So on the first line of the document, type your first and last name, press enter, and 5, type the lesson number and the voice, then hit enter twice. So this is lesson 4, the voice. Hit enter twice. Type the press release exactly as shown in figure 4. However, do not bold the words appearing in bold. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and read ahead just so we know what we're doing. We're going to run the spell check to replace misspelled words. That tells me that there are misspelled words in this figure 4. All right, so we're going to change the misspelled words. We're going to use the thesaurus tool to define alternative words for the 10 words in bold. We're going to use a define tool, but I'll show you how we can use that to accomplish the same thing. We're going to find alternative words. Make sure that you select words that make sense, and then underline each of the newly replaced words. Okay, so let's take a look. There we go. We're going to type that exactly as it looks. So now on your, this is all caps. And you do not have an all caps on your Chromebook, right? You can press Alt and the search key. So the Alt key is to the left of the space bar, and if you find your Shift key on the left side, right above it, there's a little magnifying glass. So you press Alt and the search key at the same time. That'll toggle on and off your caps. So now I have my document typed, and we see a lot of little squiggly underlined things. Some of those are me. Some of those are on purpose from the formatting. So I've typed my document, and the little red underlined squirrely things, all I have to do is right click, and it will give me a suggestion. And I can say, yes, that's what I mean. Or I can ignore if it's not. Okay, so I'm going to go through and look at all those little red underlined words very quickly. It says a format that is made. Okay, I'll make sure that I'm using the right suggestion. They may suggest something, but it may not fit right. So I want to make sure that it's final voice. Got an extra F there, an F. Misplace. I just typed a space in there. And sometimes that happens. It's very important not to misplace your to number. Okay. You notice some of these are blue underlined. And those are grammatical errors that it thinks, that it finds, and it says, hey, take a look at this. Is this what you really mean? And this is the only, and they suggested thing, but that's not what it's supposed to say. This is the only, it should be way. Okay, so here's an example of where they made a suggestion, but it is not correct. So I'm going to highlight and replace. We add agency today, but I don't think today needs to be capitalized. So it'll make suggestions. Their suggestions are not always right. Okay, so now I have taken care of all the underlined words, both red and blue. And now this is the bold words, so winner. So if I right click on winner, last time when it was underlined words gave me a suggestion, but now I have some other tools. And I would like to select define winner. There is not a thesaurus built in to the Google Docs. However, when we use the define tool, it will also give you synonyms, which is what a thesaurus does. So it gives you some other words that you might want to use to give you ideas. So imagine becoming the next winner of The Voice. How about champion? Conqueror, hero, Gold Medalist, Cup, prize winner. I like champion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in here replace winner with champion. Okay. Let's see, upcoming. Find out by taking part in our upcoming audition. So I'm just going to right click on the word upcoming, go to define, and forthcoming, upcoming, about to happen, the upcoming election. That does not help me much. Does it help you much? No. They say forthcoming. I like upcoming better. And it doesn't provide me. Okay. Well, we tried. So I'll go through each of those words. We'll look. Define. If it gives me a synonym, I can use it. You'll find this is helpful when you're writing a paper. If you're finding you're using the same word, the same over again, it can help give you some different options. And some that might even fit a little better. Gifted, skilled, accomplished, or gifted. Let's use gifted maybe. Folk. I think that fits better. That was one of the words. All right. So if you want it to fit, you want it to maybe even explain a little bit more about what you're trying to say. Okay. Use that tool. It would help if you come across words that you want to make changes to. All right. All right. So once we've gone through and we have used the define tool, it's going to ask us so it's just to underline each of the new words. Remember, there's two ways you can do that. You can use your toolbar up here. You can use your toolbar up here. Or as we learned last time, there are shortcuts on your keyboard. And you can, let's see, right down here real quick. So now that all of our words are underlined, the very last thing it asks us to do is to proofread. Okay? And of course, you probably saw this as I was looking earlier. It's important, proofreading, to go back to look over it. Sometimes even if you have someone else that can look over it, that fresh set of eyes. But you need to take a break and then come back and read. Okay? There's nothing underlined. There are no red or blue underlined words. But it is important that we reread what we wrote and to clarify its meaning, and also if there are hidden mistakes. Oftentimes we'll use the word there, T-H-E-R-E, when we mean their goats, right? Okay, so it's important to reread and check for those things. So imagine becoming the next champion of The Voice. Maybe wait a minute, I'm not going to use that in a press release. I might in a text. Okay. All right, that's it. It's already saved in the right spot. I just have to go to share. And we're going to go down here to the get a link. We're going to change. Right now it's restricted, but all I need to do is to change this. And I like anyone with a link. Makes it nice and easy. Copy the link and paste that link in Seesaw. That's it. Okay. Guys, as always, if you have any questions, please email me, or you're welcome to come to any of our Google office hours.